In 2018, an AI programmer approached us to save the world. Little did we know that what he actually wanted was for us to deal with the opposition to his own plans. Now we have a cloned cyborg army, a Russian nuclear submarine, and an evil AI gunning for us. And we are the only ones crazy enough to stop them. We're not heroes. We are final boss fights.
Bye-bye. Homing is back on. Pew! How did you survive that? Help deliver the module. Drew, when you get on land, get out and I'll take you in this thing. That's a good distance. I'll be fair, that's a good distance.
Thank you.
Right. I can't hear anything Lester's saying. I hope it's useful knowledge.
He says we can get to the beach when I'm in the beach.
Bro.
Yeah?
Here. Behind you.
I just got dropped.
Oh, thanks, John. You really saved me from that 100-foot run.
Right, when you guys finish, can you please invite me back in?
Yeah, we will do. No, we will do.
In fact, I'm going to drop out of the game completely.
We just kind of slammed into the ground.
Yep, that's what happens when you turn the flight module off and you hit the yellow thing.
It looked like it sucked us in.
That. Module delivered.
Yay!
Boom shakalaka.
Right, now I've got to wait to get back in again, because I just exited the game to try and get my sound back. On the plus side, that's the last time we need to use a public lobby for this.
Yes,
hey John, do you like my new outfit?
That is a funky jacket.
Come on.
By looking at the mission, does it give you any indication about what we may need? A non-flying vehicle, when we're going to end up needing one.
Let me go and have a look at the mission description, and I'll let you know.
But if it's a prep mission, if it's an instance mission, you just get what you're given anyway. You can't take a flying vehicle with you, surely.
Some you can. Depends on the aspects of the mission, it will sometimes just take over the fucking line.
Just loading up the prep board. So this next setup is called Air Defences. Use a volatile jet to destroy multiple SAM turrets around Mount Chiliad.
It's amazing you can read that with me standing directly in front of it.
Surprisingly, when I'm in the prep screen, you're not there.
Oh.
So we have to use an air vehicle to destroy surface-to-air missiles.
I can see several problems with that plan.
There's you get given a big fucking plane.
Indeed. That's exactly right.
Always I've looked at this mission. I know exactly what we get.
So yeah, it won't matter what we take, because we're going to be given a big fuck-off plane.
One plane, or is it one for each of us?
It says
plane.
a volatile jet. So who's flying?
It is, and I'm not just kidding when I say the big fuck-off plane. It is probably one of the biggest planes in the game.
I mean, the picture looks pretty
Is it one
good.
with all that turrets and stuff?
I don't know. I think it's a bomber.
I call the turret.
Oh, come on. There's been an error joining a session. Can someone please invite me?
I mean, I'll fly if there's no other volunteers, because I'm not bad at flying.
I want to go. I want to shooty stuff if I can get into this.
I can fly or shooty stuff. I am happy with that.
Oh, John,
Sending
please.
invite.
I think I would rather fly than shooty, so if I could fly, that would be...
Then
that
you
is
shall
fine, I will
fly,
shooty.
and everybody else shall shooty.
I'm drunk. But shit, I ain't getting drunk.
What? What?
What?
So,
I don't know. Oh no, it's joining. It's joining. That I don't know what happened there.
Cool.
It's doing weird stuff.
I wonder if it will let me have this car because it's weaponized. Not it matters, but either way. Exactly. Every time, like the most stealth fucking facility in the world, and the fact that it's just like no one ever knows where the fuck that fucking turning is.
Are you suggesting I need one of the signs like we have around here for secret nuclear bunker?
Yes. Exactly.
Have you ever actually been there, Sean?
Yes, I have.
Isn't it cool?
It is really cool and terrifying at the same
Yeah.
time.
but have you been to the secret nuclear bunker that is actually a secret, or the secret nuclear bunker that is signposted and you can
Oh,
go
the one that
visit?
you can go visit.
Yeah. Because you've also got to remember there's the secret nuclear bunker, which is only signposted to a certain distance, because it is actually a secret nuclear bunker.
No, I've been to the one that you actually visit. I mean, to be fair, it's having visited it. It is terribly signposted when you get close to it.
Please join.
I really wish you could punch and stuff while still in the facilities, like in the nightclubs and
But
stuff.
it used to be part of the radar stations.
Well, now I've been signed out of Xbox Live, so something's gone horribly wrong here.
So, Geoff, just to fill it in for you and also for anybody in the chat who's wondering, near Sean and myself and where Drew grew up, there is a secret nuclear bunker. It used to be a nuclear bunker. It used to be a secret one. But it is no longer secret. It has been declassified, and it is now a museum that you can go and look round.
Why has this thing just decided? Yeah. Bear with me a moment while I just completely shut my thing down and start up again. I'm very sorry about this.
It's fine. But then there was also the incredibly rumoured other secret nuclear bunker that was actually a secret nuclear bunker. No, is still currently.
But basically, like, it used to be a radar station when it was one of the first radar stations that radared from the UK. And basically, there was one radar station that did mornings, and one radar station, this one, that did afternoons, except for Wednesday afternoon, where they took the afternoon off to play football.
Yep.
And I think we just kind of said to Germany, please don't invade.
Yeah, the football's on.
Football's on.
You know.
Did you know, one thing I learned, what should I go with? Did you know Shaun of the Dead?
Yes.
I know Shaun and the zombies, yes.
Shaun of the Dead. Did you ever wonder why he has so many records?
No.
No.
I assumed he collected them.
But did you want to know what the true reason
What is the true reason?
He's a DJ.
Ah.
Ah.
There is, if you look when you're watching the film, you remember the bit the housemate is having a go at them for playing records really late at night. And they're having the argument. If you look in the background behind Shaun and Ed, there is a poster for DJ Shaun, and then it has his last name as well. So it's also the place where you learn Shaun's last name.
What is Shaun's last name?
I honestly can't remember off the top of my head
Fair
now.
enough.
But yeah, no, it's Shaun's DJ. That's why he has so many records in Shaun of the Dead. So if you thought you knew Shaun of the Dead, you are fucking wrong.
I'm going to be off for a few minutes, guys. Don't start with that.
We won't, and also probably can't.
Quick, let's start.
So I was watching a video the other day about deleted scenes from movies that explain important plot points that were left in the movie despite the scene that explained them being deleted.
Cool.
One of those was Storm's atrocious joke in the X-Men film.
Oh yeah, I heard this was this had a thing.
So apparently, throughout the X-Men film, the Toad was going to have a catchphrase that was, "Do you want to know what a toad does when X?"
Oh, right. Okay, that actually, yeah.
And then obviously would say the thing that was relevant to using his power at that point. But obviously, in the film, he doesn't actually speak at all, does he?
He just laughs. I think he says like one line. I think he has like one line.
Yeah, he has like one line.
He has about as many lines as Darth Maul manages.
That's about as many lines. Well, no, I was about to say as many times as Sabretooth in that same movie, but I don't think Sabretooth has any lines.
Yeah. Why did we like the villains in that film? Because they're just mute. I mean, there's...
Well, the villains also encompass Magneto.
Yeah, actually.
Which I think that's why we like the villains so much, because they're led by Magneto.
But I mean, you've got Magneto, and you've got, by comparison, the blabbermouth that is Mystique. And then you've got Sabretooth, who says... Grrr.
Grrr.
And then you've got...
Insert various animal noises.
And then you've got Toad, who chats about as much as Darth Maul manages.
I think I remember one line when Sabretooth gets knocked on the ground, he lands near him and says "Step my ground" or something like that. That's the only line.
But basically, he was going to have a catchphrase throughout the film, which is, "Do you want to know what happens to a toad when it does X thing?" And obviously that would then have been paid off with, "Do you want to know what happens to a toad when it gets struck by lightning?" Which would have then made more sense. I mean, it's still probably... I mean, I don't know. It's not the best joke, because obviously the best joke is the one that I think Joss Whedon mentions about, but somebody differently mentions it, I think, in the movie's commentary, where the punchline that the person brings up is, "Do you want to know what happens to a toad when it gets struck by lightning? It croaks." Hey, it's better than it was in the film. Also, apparently, Prometheus, that their Aliens prequel, that was going to have, like, you know, there's that early scene of the space jockey taking the black goo stuff and ingesting it.
No, because I've never seen it.
That thing occurs. And then it is heavily hinted that this event causes life on Earth to exist.
By eating of black goop.
Guys,
yes.
Just like to say, Sean's last name in Shaun of the Dead is Riley. His name is Sean
Thank
Riley.
You.
Thank God I can die happy.
But there was going to be a bigger scene with more of these space people in it, the aliens. And it was made clearer that this was an alien being executed for something.
Oh, I've got another fun fact about Sean, not Edgar Wright, the Cornetto trilogy.
Go ahead.
Do you know what the most expensive and difficult scene of the film to shoot was?
Which film? Shaun of the Dead.
Hot Fuzz. What was the most expensive and difficult scene for them to shoot?
The swan.
No.
The bit where he gets the thing through the bottom of his mouth.
No.
Don't know. You
know the scene where they go and watch the two films they watch, Bad Boys 2 and Point Break.
Yeah.
That scene.
Where they're actually watching the films?
Well, they're watching the films. Because they had to phone up and get the rights and the likelihood for them to appear in the films.
Right.
So also, like, that meant that somebody had to call Patrick Swayze, despite the fact that in the scene of Point Break that you see, he is wearing a mask and you can only see his eyes. They still had to phone him up and ask for his likelihood to appear in Hot Fuzz. Likeness to appear in Hot Fuzz. But also, they had to phone the stunt guy, because the person... that Patrick Swayze's not the person who climbs up the wall and jumps over the fence. That's the stunt guy. So they had to phone him up as well.
Huh.
And also, and another fun fact, there's the Shaun of the Dead DVD.
I'm aware of it, and also own
that
it.
well-known fact. Well, no, but in Hot Fuzz there's the Shaun of the Dead
Oh.
DVD.
Yes.
Right, okay. So, also, technically speaking, because it's a different film, they had to phone Simon Pegg and Nick Frost to ask for their likelihood to appear in Hot Fuzz. Yes.
I mean, I would hope
that
when they're doing that, they have them on speed dial.
They still had to do it. Because legally speaking, that's a different film.
So, I'm gonna do a thing that we've done before on GTA 5, where we're waiting for someone to get into the thing, which is I'm gonna turn around and look at the fact that somebody redeemed the Ask a Question feature of my Twitch chat. Which, by the way, if you guys don't know this, if you're in the chat at the moment, for a start, thank you for being in the chat and putting up with us. If you haven't done so already, please hit that follow button. We'd really appreciate it if you do. It costs you absolutely nothing. It's a great way for you to support us, and it lets you know when we're going live. But you can also, if you spend time in our chat, there are things you can redeem. I have loyalty points. And one of the things that you can redeem is that you can ask me a question. Drew, I don't know what you're doing, but could you settle down and stop?
Sorry?
You're making a lot of rustling noises.
Sorry. My microphone was a little bit low, and I was looking down at my phone, and so I was my neck was rubbing
Cool.
on my. Yeah, sorry.
So one of the things you can do is you can redeem it to ask a question, and I will attempt to answer it, but it also doesn't make any noises and let me know that you've asked a question. So... Queen Creeps redeemed a question at the weekend, and I'm going to answer it. I'm going to answer it again on Sunday when she's here and can hear my answer. But on Sunday, in our last D&D session, Queen Creeps asked, "Are they going to die?"
Yes.
Yes.
I'm going to say, maybe. They didn't, just to be clear. They didn't. They very well could have done.
But yes. Because everyone must die.
I mean, basically, the group that she was watching at the time was going through Tomb of Annihilation, which, Sean, how easy is Tomb of Annihilation?
It's not.
It's one of the hardest campaigns going.
It's the campaign based on the Tomb of Horrors, which is one of the hardest dungeons ever created.
So, in all likelihood, probably at some point something is going to come along and kill them.
It is not.
Can I take a guess and say it's an aboleth?
You could give it a go.
It's an aboleth. That's what's going to kill them.
Is that just because that's really close to the front of the monster manual?
No.
Oh.
An aboleth appears in...
Tomb of Annihilation. Spoilers, sweetie. With the D&D campaigns, for a start, at the moment, death is the end. The death curse is in effect, and you can't be resurrected. So if any player in either campaign dies, death is death. Dead is dead.
Yeah. I had a player, like, I just recently came to pause in a game that I'm running, John. I haven't told you this. But one of my players sacrificed themselves to save the day. And I was very proud and happy of it.